I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
And this is Gridiron Talks. So this past weekend was pretty fun. We got to watch our beloved Bears practice under new head coach John Fox at training camp.
Yes.
So that was pretty fun despite your sunburn and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Nice farmer's tan.
So did you like what you saw?
Besides the fact that I didn't see Alshon or Kevin, yeah, we looked pretty good.
Yeah, I went last year when they were, and I know you did too, when they were under head coach Mark Trestman, and I feel like I saw a difference with them practicing in 7. I feel like it was just better, more organized.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty excited for the season. I know the country predicts us to be last, but that's different. It's only a matter of what we think.
Exactly, Bears fans,
Yeah.
stick together. But anyway, this is Gridiron Talks, our first episode. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
So this show is all things Chicago Bears. We also have a show, Northside Manor, which is all things Chicago Cubs. But we also love the Bears, so we decided, why not? Football season is right around the corner. Training camps have just ended, and we decided, why not? Why not do a Bears show?
Yes. A little bit forewarning, you guys, it might get a little heated between us because we don't agree on the same topics when it comes to football. Baseball, as you guys know, it's kind of perfect. Everything about it is perfect because we're Cubs fans. We agree on that. We have our differences about a few players like Castro, but I think this is going to be very intense. Things will get heated. Arguments and just yelling might occur, but it's all part of the show.
But yeah, like he was saying, for the Cubs, we both love them very dearly. But for the Bears, we love the team, but we just don't agree on some players.
Jay
So it will be fun. We won't seem as happy at the end probably like we are at Northside Manor. We might, depending on how the season goes, we might not even want to talk to each other during filming, but
yes.
it'll be fun. We're excited for the season. We both are. I can say that for football season all in itself, not just Bears, but all of football. So let's get into it. The Bears just had a preseason game last Thursday, and they won 27-10. Cutler was 4 for 7 with 42 yards. And your favorite, Jimmy Clausen, 17 and 27 for 151 yards.
Kind of better than Cutler.
Cutler didn't play as long.
Well, and Cutler also had 2 4-and-outs.
Anyway, Robbie Gould, 4 and 4, longest kick was 48 yards. Sonoris Perry had a 54-yard run for a touchdown. And the Bears play the Colts on Saturday at 6:30. They will also have a joint practice with them.
Speaking of around the league news, Chris Johnson just signed with the Arizona Cardinals. He's going into his 8th year as a running back, and he says he's finally found the perfect fit for him. He hasn't been to the playoffs since 2008 with Tennessee, and that was his rookie year.
Yeah.
So he's ready to win, and he thinks that the Cardinals are the team to win this year. He was quoted, "I felt like winning, and this team has been winning. They've made the playoffs, and it just felt like the right choice." Good for him. I mean,
I'm happy for him.
That's a really good fit. I know he had issues in New York,
Yeah.
but that's probably because of your coach there.
Speaking
of
New York.
Geno Smith will most likely miss the first 4 games with his broken jaw. He had an in-locker room altercation with another player over $500 in a plane ticket. That clearly didn't end well. No one should be hitting their teammates.
No.
That's a shame.
And it looks like he might lose his starting spot when he comes back. So.
Because they just signed Matt Flynn, former Patriots, Packers, Seahawks backup quarterback. They just signed him to a 1-year deal. I know Rex Grossman, Bears fans, Rex Grossman, he's been thrown into the mix in that quarterback talk. So hopefully the Jets find some sort of groove.
Yeah, well, the Jets said that Geno Smith wasn't guaranteed a starting spot, so he better get his act together.
Another quarterback out east, And EJ Manuel, his spot might be gone too for the Bills. So that'll be a division to watch.
I feel like this season's like a lot of trades happened and a lot of crazy trades happened.
Yes.
And so it's gonna be fun to watch, like seeing these different players you're used to on one team and they're on a totally different team, like, you know.
Kind of goes for the 49ers. They lost the most players this year in like all of trades. I think they lost like a total of 15 players, not including coaches. Bears fans, we did get Vic Fangio from the 49ers, so that was a good pickup for us. But Jerome Simpson of the 49ers, he's a wide receiver. He is suspended for the first 6 games after violating the NFL's drug abuse policy. I mean, it's his first offense, so his second offense, he'll be suspended for the full year.
But 6 games, it really makes a difference.
Yes, and they don't have any star receivers returning on their team, so they're going to need all the help they can, and that's kind of on him for making a bad choice.
Yeah.
I think another bad choice is Tom Brady skipping his hearing tomorrow morning in New York. He's going to be in West Virginia at practice with the Patriots. Stupid move. This is a settlement hearing, and the judge wants both sides to agree.
Yep.
It's not going to happen when the face of your franchise is not there.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand he wants to be back with this team, but this is more important right now for him, and he really needs to prove himself, so I feel like he should show up. And
it's not right at all. I mean, just take the 4 games. I personally think it's 4 games. You're not going to lose a lot. Jimmy Garoppolo is a decent quarterback.
The Patriots will be fine. I just feel like it's more for his ego. Missing.
He wears Ugg boots.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan.
No.
But speaking of some Chicago news, Roger Goodell announced that we will host next year's draft. Again, we hosted this year's draft, and we were both there.
Yes, we were.
And it was really fun. I liked how each team had their own setup there, their own booth. And then they dedicated some stuff to the Chicago Bears. Like the sweetness simulator. That was pretty fun. And just getting all those freebies and getting to meet players. And you got to see like different fans from across the country. Like people travel to Chicago just for that. For that weekend. It
was crazy. I think my favorite part was sitting watching Charles Tillman, Greg Olson, and Drew Statton all talking about playing with each other, just their experiences. It was kind of bittersweet to see Peanut in Chicago one last time. I've met him multiple times.
That was my first time meeting him, and that's a moment I'll never forget. He's always a Chicago Bear in my heart, and just meeting him was amazing. And thanks, Michael, for that opportunity.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's the draft. I think some people get really excited, some really don't. But just going down there and experiencing it.
Yeah, you have to definitely. If you're in Chicago, especially.
Even if you're not in Chicago.
Even not if you're not. You just have to experience it once in your life at least. It's a pretty cool experience, and I wasn't expecting what I saw there.
Yes.
I was not expecting that much, but it was really thought out and amazing.
It was a lot of people, but it was a very cool experience to be down there.
Yeah, so if you are able to, I recommend going next year. You won't be disappointed. And I'm sure they're going to have way more stuff than they did this year, just because of how successful it was.
So my family and I, we have been doing this probably for the past 5 or so years. We predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl every year during preseason. And usually my dad and I are the only ones who get kind of close. We either have both teams or one team. So this year I'm going out on a limb and I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles against the Denver Broncos. 2 reasons why I picked the Eagles: Chip Kelly and DeMarco Murray.
I can see that.
Chip Kelly is kind of like the Joe Madden of the NFL. He's kind of got that mad scientist.
Yeah.
And he's made a bunch of off-season moves, and I think Philadelphia will finally click, and they're headed in the right direction. I mean,
who do
I have winning?
Who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
I have the Broncos winning the Super Bowl, and the only reason why I say that is because it's going to be Peyton Manning's last year, I feel, and he's going to go out with a bang, and he's just going to go all out this year. How about you?
Well, I picked none of your teams. I have the Seattle Seahawks going against the Indianapolis Colts. And I have the Colts winning. I feel like it is Andrew Luck's year. He was this close last year, so I feel like it's just this year. I really like him. I really respect him, and I think he's doing great things there. And I feel like this could be his year. I feel like if they get in... I mean, they made it close last year.
Past couple of years.
Yeah, the past couple of years, so... I feel like finally he'll go and he'll win.
We'll see.
I'm
you want to make a bet on this?
Sure.
Okay. Let's bet $5.
All right. Well,
you guys witnessed this. We just bet $5.
But send us your Super Bowl matchups and who you think is going to win out of the two teams you picked. Tweet us at Gridiron Talks or Facebook Gridiron Talks. And let us know so we can write this down, and then when the end of the season comes, we'll see who was completely right, or at least had one of the teams in there. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, Gridiron Talks. And I know we've got a lot of following so far, but this is just our first episode, so we're hoping to gain more. And of course, we always love your support and your feedback. Definitely. But as we wrap up this episode, we're going to do a little trivia here.
We are. So, shout out my mom for spending the most awesomest dollar ever during Christmas time. She bought me sports trivia cards, and this is how we're going to leave you guys with every episode of Gridiron Talks.
Yeah, so I'm going to read off this question, this trivia question, and you're going to have to answer it for us. So whoever's correct will announce it on the next show. If there's more than one person, we'll obviously announce whoever is right. So just tweet us, Facebook us, as we said. So here goes. All right. Known as the Cardinals in the early 1900s, what is the University of Arkansas's football team's current name, and how did they get it?
Answer will be...
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll let you guys know the answer next week, the beginning of the episode. So like we said, Facebook, Twitter us. Let us know what you guys think. Read the question one more time.
One more time. Known as the Cardinals in the early 1900s, what is the University of Arkansas's football team's current name, and how did they get it? I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
Thanks for watching Gridiron Talk.